Hello, and welcome to Eye on the Arts. I'm your host, Jane Frazier, and this month's guest is Moe Xenos. Did I pronounce that right, Mo?
Yes, you did.
All right. Mo is a music major here at Carroll Community College. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure.
So the first question I have for you, or maybe story that you can elaborate on, is tell us a little bit about your journey in finding this degree, and what made you decide to take classes here.
Well, actually, I started a long time ago, pursued a degree a long time ago. Life took its turns and took me elsewhere. I had to give up my music probably 40 years ago. I'll tell you how old I am. I just gave that away. But anyway, my son actually, in his senior year, took classes here. And one of the classes he was going to take was a music theory class. And I had recently retired. I was doing things. I still work contractually. But my wife said, why don't you take a class with him? And I said, I don't know. And she encouraged me to do so. So I ended up coming over here and picking up the class because I still dabbled with my music a little bit. And it was just one of those things. It was actually Professor McCullough, Eric McCullough, his class that I took. And it was like, I just got hooked. And then the next thing I know, my wife buys me a horn, and this is where I'm at now. Now I'm pursuing a degree in music.
I love it. I love it. What do you like most about the music program here?
There's a lot of things.
Yeah.
But basically, it's just very comfortable. It's easy. Not the classes are easy, but they make it easy for you here. They're very inviting, and they're very, they really want you to learn. That's important. I mean, life experiences, I've taken other things non-related to music or the degree studies, and I've had professors that were just, or teachers that were just, here it is, and they were very cold. You don't get that here.
Yeah.
They are very dedicated professors here, and they really want you to know, the subject. And that's what is really cool about it.
Yeah.
They're really, really good, very dedicated.
Awesome. Do you have a favorite course that you've taken, or?
I like all of the classes that I've taken because they're actually, when I stopped playing music about, I guess I was 20, 21, I actually had to pack everything up. Music was a major part of my life, but family and career takes you elsewhere. Right. But I was headed in a direction, and the classes that I'm taking here, they all help, and I know where I need to be and where I want to go. But like I said, everyone's great, but I think the course that helps me out the best and really helped me understand and started to hear what I was doing is musicianship.
Oh.
People don't realize how important it is to actually hear. And Professor Purdy, she's fantastic. She's a fantastic musician and a teacher. And it's just the different things, the different doors that she's opened up in that musicianship program is unbelievable. It's helped me it's helped me on my journey to get where I want to go. I got a long ways to go, but I'm getting there, with everyone's help.
Yeah. And so your primary instrument is saxophone?
Yes,
but
saxophone.
You play piano and...
I play some piano, yes. I would say I own a piano.
Okay.
Professor Schmidt's a piano player.
Yeah.
I mean, she's fantastic. I can play melody. I can bang out the chords, and yes, but I play piano. I play flute, some percussion, some guitar, and yes.
A little bit of everything. What's your favorite kind of music to play?
Jazz.
Jazz,
yes. I weaned on jazz, I suppose. Yes.
Yeah, it's the best.
Yes.
Sorry to everyone else, but it really is. So we were talking a little bit beforehand, before we started rolling the cameras, and you have a very interesting story about your first initial knowing that you loved music. So I would love to hear and have you tell that story again, Thelonious Monk.
Oh, yes. Well, music's always been a part of both sides of my family. Okay, music's always been there. Both on my dad's side, my grandmom, she sang, made money singing. My mom's family, I mean, they would sing. I mean, there wasn't I can't remember not a time where there wasn't
Yeah.
music in the house. All my family had, but my one aunt had a fantastic voice, a fantastic ear. My dad played drums, and we used to, as a little boy, I used to listen to him play and actually sit on his drums, but he was into jazz, so he used to take me to the different jazz places. But the one story in particular is when we went, Dad bought tickets to a big jazz concert in Pimlico. They did it in the infield, and they had all the chairs set up. So bought 2 tickets. We went there that night. I guess I was about 7 or 8 years old, and we had front row seats. And all these big name jazz, Thelonious Monk, Kirby Mann, Cannonball Adderley, all of them. Carmen McRae was there. So, but the big thing was Thelonious Monk.
Yeah.
Thelonious Monk is a jazz pianist. Actually is along with Dizzy and Charlie Parker
Yeah.
is credited for the bebop era.
Yeah.
Okay, there, and but I watched this man come on the stage, bigger than life, and just started playing, and it was like I was mesmerized. I was drawn into the music that he played, and just the melodic lines that he had, and the chords that he hit, and just you could feel his love for what he did. It really got to me. I mean, right here in my soul, my heart. And then, of course, watching Cannonball Adderley play, phenomenal player. And then watching Herbie Mann. I mean, he was a flutist, jazz flutist. He was like super cool. He just walked out on the stage dressed all in white, like I was telling you, and just took the flute and it was just like, and I'm done. This is what I'm going to do with the rest of my life. This is what I want to do. So, yeah. I think that was when I was fully hooked.
Yeah.
You know, jazz just was there. I think it was always there, but it was just verified at that time.
Yeah.
Cemented. So
it's so hard to sometimes like articulate what that moment is. I mean, I think you have a very like real verse. You know, you were at that concert hearing it, but there's it's a connection that you feel.
Yes.
And you know, it's just right.
yes,
And this is what I'm meant to do.
yes, it's a love. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. I mean, music. It's here. It's in my soul. Even though I've not played before I started school again, and I had to pack everything up 40 years, but it was always with me. I always had a guitar, or my flute was sitting on the side, and I would always pick it up, play it a little bit. But it never leaves you. It's part of you.
Yeah.
So
Definitely. It's so great that you get to come back here and get that degree.
it is.
Yeah.
Because of my wife.
Thank you, wife.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I came home one day and walked in the house, and there on the couch sat a box. And she says, "There you go." And I said, "What is that?" I opened it up, and it's a King Super 20 tenor saxophone. And it was like, I was speechless. She said, "Now it's time for you to go play and enjoy it."
Yeah.
Yep, and that was it.
Awesome.
So, yeah. I told her, I said, "Honey," I said, "you don't know what you're doing." I said, and it's true, but music to me, and another musician or anybody that's involved in arts and theater or anything really will understand, but it's like, it is it's like an addiction.
Yeah.
It really is to me. It's like, it just.
You have to do it.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
to. You need that. You need that music, regardless if it's in front of people or just playing.
Right.
You need to. Yeah.
I mean, they talk about, obviously we need, food and shelter and all of those things, but it is such music and the arts are such a vital component to make us who we are and to then also be able to express who we are.
Yes.
And I think without that, then, there's living, but then there's living.
Yes.
When you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's especially like when I play. You play as a jazz musician. I play the tune as written, or you interpret that tune a little bit.
Right.
But then when you're allowed to improvise on what that writer or composer had put together, I mean, you're pouring your soul out. Is
Right.
basically what it is, and this is how I feel. This is what I interpreted from this, and it changes. It changes from every time you improvise.
Right.
It's just how
and
you're
especially
feeling
in
that
jazz.
day. Yes.
I mean, I don't think we see that in all forms of music all
Right.
the time, if I'm correct. Yes.
Right. No, you're right.
That you're taking that theme and kind of running with it. And what does that say to you? And there's that kind of the sharing. So
Right.
it's really you may be the only one playing at one moment, but it's kind of sharing across generations, across centuries even.
Yeah. Well, the thing is with jazz, and when you improvise, it's almost you're opening your soul,
Yeah.
to the people that are, or to who you're playing, and you're inviting them in. And it's that's very important.
Yeah.
That's very important. And it's a personal part of you.
Yeah.
It really is,
awesome.
and you want to share that. I do anyway. And a lot of the musicians do.
Yeah.
They want to share that. So.
Do you play with the jazz combo, the ensemble here?
I play with the jazz, yes,
Okay.
which is run by Professor Tim Jenkins,
Okay.
which fantastic musician. I love the 2-hour sessions on Thursday morning, or Tuesday morning, excuse me. Not only do we play, but there's also theory, and he's just unbelievable. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's
look forward to
awesome.
that. Yeah.
You've already kind of talked about this a little bit, about how music maybe has inspired your life and your passion for it. Is there anything else that you would want to say to people? Maybe if there was, maybe there's some high school students that are thinking about majoring in it, possibly coming here. Maybe they're a little, I don't know if I should, or maybe something you would say to them or to their parents, maybe.
I just think music is great. I mean, like they have always said, music is a universal language.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go to a foreign country and play music and make that connection. Music is just like that. To someone that's not sure, just follow your heart.
Yeah.
I am a very lucky man to be able to come back to school and pursue a passion and a love that I've had. I'm extremely lucky. But just, if that's what you want to do, come here and give it a try. I mean, you don't have to go to a 4-year university or whatever. The school here and the professors that actually teach here, I can't say enough about them.
Yeah.
I really can't say enough about that. And the school, like I said, if you want to learn, they will teach you.
Yeah.
And they will bend over backwards to give you their time. They do. They do. They'll make the time. They'll make special time on the side if you don't understand something. And you don't get that in a lot of places. Here you do. It's personal.
It's a great place. It's a great place to be and
it's
work.
It's like family.
Yes.
And that's what I feel here. Since I've been here, it's like family. I mean, all my professors and everything. It might sound strange, but yeah, it's like family being here.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you so much for being with us today.
Well, thank you.
This month, and that was great. Fabulous. We have some December art events that I'm going to run through. Not a whole lot in December because we do shut down for 2 weeks. But in the art world, we have the show called Masquerade. It's new works by Jeremy Jersa, and that is in the gallery in the Scott Center. That's free, and it's open when the school is open, when campus is open. That's going on now, and it runs through the month of January. We have lots of music events towards the end of a semester, usually. So the first one is the Westminster Symphony Orchestra. And I know we have some of our students involved in this, but it's kind of on a grander scheme. This is Saturday, December 7th at 3 p.m. And it's actually at the McDaniel College campus in the Alumni Hall. And that's a free event. All of the music events are free. Then we have Rock and Roll Ensemble, which I know is a huge one for a lot of people. Wednesday, December 11th at 7 p.m. in the theater in the Scott Center. Vocal Chamber Ensemble, and that is Thursday, December 12th at 7 p.m. And the Jazz Combo, Friday, December 13th at 7 p.m. Those are all in the theater in the Scott Center, and they're all free. So you can have a whole week of music for free, which is great. Theater, we won't have another production until April, but every January we take some of our students and they compete in the Irene Ryan Acting Scholarship Competition at the Kennedy Center American College Theater Festival. So we're looking forward to that opportunity for them. So thank you so much, and till next time.